Hello and welcome to today's video. This is a really exciting one. This is just something that I do all the time and I thought I'd share it. I think I've been regularly buying like second-hand used books for 3 or 4 years now, and I've got down to a T how I personally clean them. It's a 2-step process, super simple, super easy, that I feel confident in, that the books are going to like be clean, and if there was anything in them, any nasties, they're not going to be able to get to the rest of my books. So this is just the process I use, and I figured I would share. Over the last maybe 3 weeks I have purchased these books here and I figured it was time to clean them, so I'm going to take you through that process. Step number 1 is to clean with Antibac. These are the ones that I always use. These are the Tesco Antibac biodegradable multi-surface wipes. You can also use antibacterial spray. I normally use wipes over the spray just because we normally buy whichever spray is on offer, whereas we always buy these wipes. These wipes are absolutely fine to use. Occasionally we've had a spray that I've used and it has kind of like removed a bit of that shine or a bit of the colour from the cover. So because I know that these won't, and we consistently change which antibacterial spray we use, like, you know, when you use a spray with cloth, because some of those could maybe affect it, I just stick to what we have in that I know is 100% okay. But yeah, antibacterial wipes or an antibacterial spray and like a microfiber cloth is step 1. And then step 2, we put it in the freezer. But let's do step 1 first. Okay, we are all set up here and I'm just going to show you the first one and then we'll time lapse doing the rest. So all I'm doing is getting the cloth out, getting the book. If there is a sticker on it, I will try and take it off in this step here. Yeah, that sticker's come off fine. I've got my Antibac wipe. I'm just going to wipe it all over the front, over the spine. If I see anywhere where it does look like there's dirt, so for instance here it looks like there's dirt, I will go a little bit more in depth there. I'll get the back. And then also I will just quickly go over the sides of the pages. I don't know if this does anything, but I figure it's better to try. And then I will open up the back cover. That looks perfectly clean. And I'll open up the front cover. That also looks perfectly clean, so I won't bother with those with these. And I'll leave it to the side, normally standing up, to dry. And yeah, that is everything. So I'm going to keep doing that and you can watch a time lapse. This one is a little bit different because it's a hardcover, so I will do the actual dust jacket for it separately. So I'm going to treat the main section of it first. And then the dust jacket, I essentially want to do the exact same thing, but because this is all paper, I just don't want it to get very wet, so I just have to be very quick and very careful that I'm not letting too much moisture stay on it. Okay, and then because I want to get these in the freezer straight away, I've just grabbed some kitchen roll and I'm just making sure they're completely dry. Normally I'd leave them for like half an hour to an hour, but I want to just get these in the freezer and get them going. So, bit of kitchen roll, make sure they're completely dry. Okay, I'm in the kitchen, all the books are dry. I don't know how well the like before shots will be, but I will try and put in how this looked before. Even just Antibac in it has made it look so much better. Like, I'm really impressed with how they've come up so far. Next step is to pop them in the freezer. This, from what I understand, basically if there's any like bookworms, book mite, anything creepy crawlery, anything mouldy in there, putting them in the freezer for 24 to 48 hours will get rid of that. It might not stop damage that could still be done to the particular book, but I believe it stops it from being able to spread. I will overlay, from what I've just said, the things I've seen online that suggest this. Obviously I'm just doing this because it's what I've seen online. I don't know for definite, but it seems like from what's online that this is the case. So I do this step because honestly, like, I don't want to accidentally introduce something gross into all of my books, so it just makes sense to do. I use just normal freezer paper. I believe this is what you meant to wrap meat in. I'm not really sure. I don't eat meat, so I'm not really sure what its use is. The only thing it's shown on the box is for meat, but yeah, I'm going to use this. I do have some left over from last time, so I'm going to use that pot first. But I'm just going to wrap these books up in the freezer paper and put them in the fridge for 48 hours. And I'm going to make sure that the book is completely surrounded by paper. So yeah, that's the next step. Let's do it. Okay, hopefully you can see well enough, but I'm literally just wrapping these books. So that's the entire plan. And that is completely encased, and then fold down the edges. Hopefully you can hear me, this paper is quite loud, but I'm just folding in the edges so it's completely wrapped up, and then I'll put it in the freezer. I will do the 3 books that are left and then I'll put them both in together. Those are the rest of the books. Also folded up and tuck the ends in. Okay, let's figure out where they're going to fit. Should have probably planned this out first, but I'm sure they'll fit somewhere. Okay, that should be enough room for them, hopefully. I've got a couple of things, but that should be okay. So, put the one in. Okay. And put the second one in. And I'll leave them in there for the next 48 hours. I'll see you then. Okay, it's been a little over 48 hours now. I didn't quite sort the timings out correctly, but I've just taken them out of the freezer. They feel cold. I'm going to unwrap them and see what we've got. I'm hoping for the best. Yeah, I mean, they're bloody freezing, but they've turned out great. I'm going to just lift them out to the side to kind of like come up to room temperature. But yeah, I am really happy with these. I've taken them out of the freezer after, it's probably been about 60 hours now, to be honest. I would have preferred it to be 48 because that's what everything said online, but I did not time it well. So yeah, okay. Yeah, these have turned out great. I was worried that I'd left them in for too long, but except for the fact that they're really freaking cold, like, yeah, we're fine. So I'm gonna let those cool down, warm up, whatever. I've put them all down. They are nice and waiting, and that is it. That is how I clean my second-hand books. Do an antibacterial wipe or cloth and get them all down and put them in the freezer for 48 hours, and I've never had an issue so far. If that changes, I'll pop it in the comments, but so far this has been a foolproof way of getting them clean and not worrying about any pests or worms or anything at all that could be in them. So yeah, maybe a bit over the top, but I'm a fan and it gives me peace of mind. So yeah, I do really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please do give it a like if you did like it, subscribe down below so you can see more content like this, and hopefully I will see you next time. Bye.